Hey, it's Coach Anderson here again from Mississippi Public Broadcasting Online, U.S. History from 1877 to present. Today we're going to pick up with Unit 5, the Progressive Movement, and Lesson number 5, the Summative Assessment on the Progressive Movement. Keep in mind it's important that we go over these questions, of course, the unit focus questions that we'll give you in a few moments, of course, and also to look at some questions that you may see, of course, when it comes to your MAP assessment or your benchmark assessment. And it'd be, in your best interest, of course, to try to do as best you can to answer these questions, just as if, of course, you were in a position where you were taking these particular tests. Well, we'll start, of course, with the unit focus question. This is, how can government fix social problems? Well, when you think about it, government, in the minds of the social reformers, they believe that the government was the most, capable and in a better position, of course, to solve some of the issues in society than, of course, individuals were. So they took the opposite approach, of course, than the social Darwinists. Progressives thought that the federal government was the most qualified to correct society's ills by passing laws to codify solutions, making them permanent and enforceable. The flip side of that is that fixing some of the problems may create other problems. So when you look at progressives, we have to understand that progressives took the opposite approach, of course, of what most Republicans would do. So it wouldn't shock you to find out that some of these progressives, of course, were Republicans, but the most progressive of our presidents in this particular time during this particular movement was Woodrow Wilson, who was a Democrat. So what we want you to do next is we want you to take a progressive piece of legislation and write an essay detailing problems that it created in trying to solve a societal issue. A rubric will be provided to guide your composition. Let me give you a quick, possible example. Think about it for a second. The progressive movement led us, of course, to the outlawing, of course, of alcohol in the United States of America with the 18th Amendment. The Volstead Act ended ended the manufacture, sale, and consumption, of course, of alcohol, making it illegal. Made it illegal. So it was a progressive idea, but what ended up happening is, and it does solve the problem, of course, of alcohol, of course, in America, but it creates other problems, like in this particular case, organized crime with a figure in our history that we call Al Capone, or Scarface Al Capone. So sometimes progressive measures led to the creation of other problems. For instance, the outlawing of child labor. Progressives wanted, of course, they want children, of course, to work. Well, when not allowing children to work, that means that parents, of course, in some cases, they had big families so that children could work to help support the family. So think about that. What we want you to do is to write a short essay detailing a problem that the progressive movement created, but we also want you to solve a societal issue, but talk about the problem, of course, that it created in addition to that. And once again, a rubric is included at the end of the unit in the reference slide section. Okay? All right, that ends lesson 5. And what we want you to do, of course, when we're talking about women's suffrage, when we're talking about the progressive movement in and of itself, there are a lot of changes, of course, that happened, of course, in America. And the progressive movement, of course, once again stated that the government, of course, was the best qualified to help America, of course, get past some of the societal ills. And once again, though, this is Coach Anderson from Mississippi Public Broadcasting Online, U.S. History from 1877. And what we want you to do is what we always tell you to do your own research, because remember, it's America's history, which means it's your history. So you should be able to draw your own conclusions. And with that, we'll see you next time.